Well, hello there, fellow classmates. I know I'm late. It is clearly not Thursday, it's Saturday. But as you all know, we had an RL skills midterm. It was midterm. That was awful. Yes. So this week I am home. You can see this doesn't look like a dorm room. Well, you can't really see much. Um, but I'm going to answer Delaney's question and then pose my own for all of you to answer this week as well. So Delaney's question was, who inspired me to be a music teacher? Um, that's actually kind of difficult because there were a couple of people. The first one was when I was in elementary school. I had a teacher. Um, she was the greatest ever. She wrote her own musicals with her mom. Um, they turned the Nutcracker Ballet into a musical. Who does that? Like, what? It was probably the greatest show I've ever been in. And she's supported me ever since I was in elementary school. She's come to all my performances in middle school and high school. I still email her all the time. She just had this way of teaching. She was excited every day to be there, and she absolutely loved working with these students, and you knew it was what she was meant for. And she also had this other thing where she was obsessed with Ryan Sandberg, the Cubs player, because she was obsessed with the Cubs. And then she got married, and her last name is Fielder, so the irony of that. But anyway, so now she's Mrs. Fielder. She was Miss Maroney when I had her, and probably the greatest music teacher I've ever had. And then in middle school, my teacher was Dr. Northway, and he didn't need to be teaching. He's an author of many, many music books, and he just did not need to be teaching with all of that. But he chose to, and so one day we're like, why did you want to teach if you don't need to? And he said something that's kind of stuck with me and really solidified that I want to be a music teacher. He said that he didn't want to be selfish and keep all of his talents to himself, and instead he wanted to share what he knew and could do with younger generations so that they could grow and become better musicians themselves. And I thought that was just something beautiful about that, how he wants us to grow, and that's just kind of the thing I have as well. So I mean, then my mom has helped me to choose this. I grew up in a very musical family. My mom and her sisters had like their own little singing group. So I mean, she kind of just paved the way for me into loving music. Um, Yeah, so I mean, that's basically what really influenced me to want to do music the rest of my life. It was always just a hobby, and then I realized I could make that wonderful hobby of mine a career. And yeah, so now I get to pose a question. Sucks because you all have to watch through this whole video to get to this question. It's okay. Um, so my question for all of you for this week is, what is your favorite musical experience? So did you go to a concert? Like, what's your most memorable moment at that concert or something like that? So, I'm going to answer that. And it's actually kind of a hard question for me because I've had so many wonderful experiences with music throughout my life. I mean, I don't think, oh no, actually, my favorite, I can pinpoint one. One really good one was my senior year of high school. I Even though I wasn't playing, I was in marching band for Color Guard, of course, and we went to Disney World and got to march in the nighttime parade in Magic Kingdom. And there were over 100,000 people in the park, which they said was the biggest number of people that they had had in the park the entire season. And apparently after that, there was never as many. So that for one was just amazing, knowing that there's 100,000 people, over 100,000 people watching you perform. It's kind of awesome. And then marching down Main Street. Oh my God, you come out of this little gate, you have to go around a curve. And once you go around that curve, you are standing and staring at at the castle. and it's just breathtaking. I mean, Disney is one of my favorite places in the world. I mean, it literally is the happiest place on earth, people. And I just standing there at with my color guard, these girls who I've been with for many years, and some of my closest friends, just standing there and seeing that, and all these people who are cheering for us, doing this thing that I absolutely loved, and knowing I'd be doing it in college too, is just one of the best feelings in the world that I could ever have. And I mean, that's really just one of my many experiences with music. So I'm going to open it up to the rest of you and have an awesome weekend. Good luck to Delaney, who's doing auditions this weekend. And we'll see the rest of you soon. Bye.